Fear didn't stop people from dying, but comfort prevents you from living instead. Bokuwa Shinichiro Kuroda, Lord of Gravity, keeper of what pulls things back to where they belong when they drift too far into the abyss. Hey your devotion with your direction. Modern life didn't break you, it made you drift. You float from task to task, identity to identity, crisis to crisis and distractions, wondering why nothing feels heavy enough to matter. I'm not here to offer you motivation, I offer you some weight. So tell me, will you follow me in orbit, or do you want to drift further into the abyss? Just kidding, gravity never asks for permission. Oh, ignorant people love to say that the past was just simpler. No, it wasn't. It was hardcore. Illiterate teenagers built cathedrals. Teen mothers buried children and still got up the next morning. Men carved stone, knowing winter, war, or plague might take them before the roof was even finished. Some historians call them resilient, as if grief hurt somehow less back then. No, it didn't. Death was everywhere. So every other fear felt kinda trivial or not a big deal. There was no such thing as a way to feel ready. They didn't optimize themselves and they didn't ask permission to begin. They built anyway. So what changed? You delay adulthood because it feels overwhelming. You wait for certainty, motivation, or permission. You call this growth, wisdom, or the modern way of life. Your ancestors would have called this a trap. Generations of comfort have done something remarkable to you. You live safer than any human who has ever existed and feel more anxious than all of them combined. Some scholars call this infantilization. I call this institutionalization. You are not ruled by open tyranny, you are ruled by comfort, convenience, and the fear of disruption. You behave like prisoners who forgot there ever was a world outside the cell or the screen. Visit something old near where you live, something heavy, with mass, something built by people who were exhausted, frightened, and completely unready. Place your hand on the stone, steel, or wood. Feel the weight of those who came before you, and say this, quietly. I was never meant to be ready. I was meant to begin. I remember. If that moment unsettles you, good. This is what grounding feels like. If enough of you remember, even briefly, the prison weakens. And that is how paths reopen. And grounding is not a metaphor or magic. Your nervous system understands mass before it understands language. Reality itself is shaped by gravity. It gives form, it gives structure, it gives consequence. That's why I don't tell you to visualize light, chant some prayers, or imagine roots growing from your feet. I want you to connect with the ones before you. Actual people like you. It's about touching something heavy. Not nature alone. Trees move, water flows. I'm speaking of structure. Stone cut by human hands. Wood shaped by exhaustion. Iron lifted by people who did not know if they would survive the next season. Weight assembled by the unready. And it still stands. Yes, even some peasants made more of an impact on the world than some royalties. Look, you are not actually broken. You are unanchored. Adrift. Take the weight back with you. Be adrift long enough and everything feels meaningless. Touch something with actual mass and meaning returns on its own. You were never meant to be afloat forever. You were meant to land. So answer honestly, was it really fear that held you back, or was it comfort doing the job instead?